Hey, everybody. Bear with me here just a moment. If you can't hear me for a second, that's okay. I'm just getting a few things set up. Hey. Look, I feel like an old lady. I was going to say, "Hey, baby." Hey, Priestess Bella Gila. How are you? Hello, Christy. Hi. Hi, everybody. Just giving a few minutes for everybody to get in, of course. You guys know the drill. Looks like we have some people trickling in. For those of you who are here already, have you guys had the opportunity to watch the Wendy Williams reading? Or just even watch the documentary? What I can say is that you're fine. I understand. But what I can say is I did watch the documentary, but I also, I watched the biopic whenever it came out. And, I honestly wasn't too surprised about some of the things that I saw in the biopic or the documentary, but I was surprised at what came up in the reading. So if you haven't watched it, make sure that you watch part 1. Part 2, I'll be dropping next week. Hey, welcome, Tori. It's good to see you all. Hey, Sophie. I appreciate you guys taking the time and pulling up to the reading. Just a minute here. While we're waiting for people to get in, of course, I want to take a moment to just update you all, let you know some of the awesome things that are coming our way. Hey, hey, Josh. Hey, Kimberly. Thank you all for being here. So really quickly, just to kind of let you know what's going on, I restarted the sale at Botanica Venus, my spiritual store. So right now you can go to the store and get 20% off of everything. Okay. The discount is automatically applied. I know somebody asked questions about that the other day, but the discount is automatically applied. So you don't need a code. However, for the readings, for the rest of the month, for the rest of just this month, you need to use the code SPRING to get 20% off of your reading. And that includes all of them. That is general readings. That is your Hoodoo Life Path reading, the Ancestral Life Path, any of those readings that you see listed on my calendar below. All of those are 20% off right now, but you have to use the code SPRING. So just make sure that you use that to get your discount on the readings. Okay. But also, you all, mentorship is still open. I think I have capacity to take on a few more students right now. So if you're interested, or if that's something that you've been thinking about, go ahead and join the link in my link tree. You can join that way, and I can give you the information that way. Another great place to start, if you're not quite ready to commit, or you really want to get a feel and start connecting, like with like-minded individuals, you should definitely join the Secret Society. Okay. And that is through Patreon. And that is also on my link tree as well. Honestly, all of the links are below. Okay. All of them are below. Hey, welcome. That's good. I'm happy to hear y'all are doing good. Just, if you want to support, share the video, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. So, today, of course, we're going to do our weekly collective reading, and we're going to start with a daily message specifically for today. Okay, so we're going to see what the message is for the collective for today. Are you tired? Well, maybe there's a word here for you that can help with that. I know I'm tired too, though. I'm tired too. Like, I'm going to get some well-needed rest this weekend. Like, I've been so busy, but it's a blessing. I always say it's a blessing, and an honor to be able to do this work. So, alrighty, family. So let's go ahead and get started with today's reading. Okay, we're going to start with a reading for the collective for specifically today. I'm telling you, it's been a long week, child. It's been a long week. I can't wait until my toes are in the sand on somebody's beach somewhere, okay? Let's see what the general message is for the collective for today, okay? Let's see what the general message is for the collective for today. Hey, dynamic divine readings. Hello. Welcome to the live. We're seeing what the collective message is for today. And for those of you who aren't familiar, the way that this works is I'll give general readings. And then if I have energy at the end, I'll take a few questions from you guys, okay? Actually, give me just a moment here, you all. I'm going to adjust the air because it's getting a little toasty. Okay. Sophie says, come to Florida. Let's go. I've been to Florida and I thoroughly enjoyed Florida. My thing is that I was not used to the humidity. That was a whole different ball game for me. General message for today. All right. General message for the collective for today. I've been actually I've been enjoying some of the readings that I've been seeing and some of the cards that I've been pulling for the collective as of late. But it looks like a lot of us, and this makes perfect sense given the time of the year that it is. A lot of us are coming to a place where we're starting to really get real, okay? We're starting to get real about our lives, about our relationships, about our career. And when I say a lot of us are getting real, a lot of us are coming to a different level of understanding. We're being more practical. We're starting to see people, places, and things for exactly what they are. And part of the advice that Spirit has for us is to literally take action off of the things that we're getting clarity about during this time. A part of this message is actually, there's a lot here about not only clarity, discernment, trusting your inner sight, but Spirit is also talking about acting from a place that is emotionally intelligent, right? Not necessarily only acting off of emotion, but acting with our head as well, okay? Hey, welcome. It's about us, addressing and confronting our own delusions, okay? With the Page of Cups present here, this is a card sometimes of how we can self-soothe, or we lie to ourselves. Spirit is talking about the ways that we have really lied to ourselves in the past. But what Spirit is really bringing to the forefront during this particular season is clarity. Okay. Something that we should really be focusing on is perspective. Also, with that comes along is renewal. I really like the star card being present in the future position in this reading, because it talks about hope, it talks about faith, it talks about renewal, right? So with the lessons and this newfound emotional intelligence and clarity that we are garnering here, right, that actually had to happen, it's important for us to have faith. Have faith in the divine. This talks about having faith in, who God is to you, right? Getting back in tune with yourself, and also coming to a place of contentment and peace with the lessons that we've learned. I say this a lot, so I hope it doesn't sound like a broken record, but sometimes, lessons are made or are here to make you better, not bitter. And so what Spirit is really encouraging the collective to do during this time with all this new found clarity is to take it, receive it, meditate on it, and then be grateful. And then be grateful. Be grateful for your lessons. Be very, very grateful for your lessons. Also be grateful for the things, that are around you. Be grateful that your cups are full. Okay. There's some of you who are watching where things in your life have maybe, settled down and things are going good. You may even be making a little bit more money. And what Spirit is also telling you is that it's okay or it's fine to come out of survival mode. I feel like some people who are going to be watching this replay are maybe waiting for the other shoe to drop, or just have that feeling like, waiting for something to happen next. And that's not the energy of it, right? This is really the message of today, is to really just be mindful, be present, be grateful, and just be in the moment of seeing things clearly. Okay. And just being grateful for what's to come. Okay. This is really a time for us to, monitor what our perspective is. Okay. And just, practicing mindfulness. Okay. I think that that's very interesting with the spring coming. I think it's a very timely message. So, that's what I got so far. Kimberly says, yes, Lord. Am I speaking to you? We've got amen. Let's also see. I feel like there are things in that message that also resonated with me as well. So I just dropped this card here. All right, you guys. So let's take a look at the message for next week, or what we can expect, or what the general message is for the collective going into the next week. Let's see what the message is for the collective going into the next week. What do we need to know? What do we need to look out for at this time? The messages for the collective for the upcoming week. Hi. Welcome. It's good to see you here. Messages for the collective. All righty. Phew, okay. So this actually goes, this reading is something that, okay, so this is a very powerful message for the collective. And I feel like what I'm seeing here, this is going to be somewhat of a hard pill to swallow for some of you all. But it's a very honest and needed message from Spirit, okay? So our reading starts off, we've got the Seven of Swords, we've got the Six of Swords. And what the reading is talking about so far is literally just moving past, okay? This also supports the daily message of coming out of survival mode, and I'll explain that further as I kind of go through this reading. But the Seven of Swords is, like a card of strategy. It is deeply attached to strategy, right? But the Seven of Swords also talks about, people, places, or things, coming after you, right? There's, in some cases, a conflict that's present. What Spirit is urging you to do with the Six of Swords, which is very important here, is to just move forward. It literally talks about moving past troubled waters. Actually, I'm so sorry, you guys. I misspoke. This is the Five of Swords. I kept saying the Seven. But also still same energy, card of conflict, card of strife, okay? Maybe arguing and having a certain mentality of like winning at all costs. But nonetheless, the message is still the same. This literally talks about moving away from that energy. Okay, moving away in a different direction. So going into the next week, if you all are tested in any way, shape, or form, one of the best things that you can do, or the best advice that's coming through in this reading, is to literally move forward, move past that. You want to argue with, and I was telling a client this recently, but you want to argue with your actions and not your words. Okay, it's very important. It's because, with those messages that spirit is telling us about operating from a place of emotional intelligence and pushing forward towards our goals, a part of that is because, Three of Swords there, and this is a lot of air energy, right? There are some of you who are coming off of, heartbreaks, difficult situations in your life, things that you thought would break you, or there were actually people with the Five of Swords present in this reading, that sought out to try to break you, to try to malign you, to maybe even intentionally hurt you, right? But one thing that the reading talks about, once again, is clarity. We've got the King of Swords here present. The King of Swords has tunnel vision. The King of Swords has discernment. He rules with logic, okay? He rules with sight. The King of Swords is not going to allow anything or anyone to stop him from getting to where he needs to be. He is a natural born ruler, okay? And he rules with the iron fist. The King of Swords also suffers no fools, right? So what you're reading is talking about going into the next week, okay, is to lead with logic. Lead with clarity of mind. It's going to be very important for you not to react and respond in multiple situations in your life from a place of, first of all, ungratefulness, from a place of emotional distress or delusion, okay? It's going to be paramount during this time. In fact, I will also recommend that some of you spend some time literally getting some sunshine. Some of you spend time actually outside. If you do have access to, bodies of water, or things that, are going to help ground you, this would be a message for the collective for you all to do in the upcoming week. Make sure that and I really feel like this is hitting, it's mind over matter. It's mind over matter at this time, okay? So it's going to be imperative that you all remember that. And this is because a lot of you all are tired, okay? A lot of you all are tired are tired of the fight. And with the Moon card being present, this is also a shadow work issue. This is very much a shadow work issue for the collective. It's something that really needs to be addressed, because how can you concentrate? How can you get things done? How can you focus on home? How can you focus on work and your goals if you're operating out of a place of emotional unwellness or out of a lack of clarity? As I'm seeing, there's a similarity between the weekly message and the daily message. Clarity is key. Pristine clarity. It's also going to be a very good time for us to listen, not to listen to respond, but to listen to understand, and be very clear in our communication, and also be very realistic. Okay. So I think that the message came through quite clear about what it is that we need to focus on in the upcoming week. Okay. A lot of you all are coming out of hermit mode. A lot of you all are coming out of hermit mode and don't know how to act. Okay. And so sometimes, what happens when we all come out of hibernation, the energy is moving. We got a lot of things going. We're now, planning to travel and to expand and stuff. But, spirit is also, this is also why mindfulness is just going to be important. Okay. Mindfulness is going to be important. And make sure that you stay true to what you know to be true during the upcoming week if someone tries to test you, or if you're tested in your relationships. Okay. This reminds me, growing up in the church, one of my old pastors used to say that he had a character building day. And I think that that's something that some of you can expect. Some of you are going to go through these situations if you haven't already, and they're going to test your character, but also build your character. It is also how you respond in these situations that is the true test of character. Okay, so just make sure that you are standing firm and holding true to your values, and understand that it's inner management, is what Spirit is talking about. When your mind is clear, you can manage yourself. You can't control nobody else, but you can control how you react. Okay? And that is the message for the upcoming week. Y'all definitely coming out of hermit mode. See, that's y'all Southern people. Y'all be ready for it to not be cold, and then y'all just gonna be outside. I can't. It's hot. It's too hot. In a minute, y'all are gonna see me with some braids going to the back of my head because it is hot. It is too hot already. Like, I'm from Kansas. I cannot. Y'all Southern people just be outside for no reason. I always joke and say that I'm a cool breeze mermaid. Okay, take me to the cool waters. You know I don't mind a little heat. That's hilarious. All right, you all. So I'm going to be taking questions from the audience. So I want you all to take a moment and think about what your questions are. Of course, I have to reiterate, for those of you who are watching, I see now, I am an old lady, and I feel like my audience knows that. I am an old lady. I'll take that. I'm old on the inside, okay? But what I can say, so you all, just to give you a couple updates, come to mentorship. But also, if you're not ready, at least join the Secret Society. There's a lot of resources there. For you all who are just wanting to get started, it's a good place for us to start connecting. Once you're part of the Secret Society, you also have like first access, and you'll be invited first to like the in-person events and ceremonies. So it's definitely worth it to join the Secret Society. Joy says she loves mentorship. Oh, thank you. It does my heart good to hear, that mentorship is really giving what it's supposed to give for you all. But for you all who are interested in other avenues, connect, like, subscribe on the Conjure Corner. There'll be a lot more information and things coming out there too. So definitely join the community. Don't forget about the 20% off sale at Botanica Venus. And if you want 20% off of your reading in the month of March, you have to use the code SPRING, okay? All righty. Do we have any questions? If we have any questions, you guys can let me go. You guys can let me go for the weekend. If we don't have any questions, I will get off of here, hunty. Okay. Okay, it looks like Kimberly, y'all are so funny. Okay. Can Spirit tell me? Okay. I'll take these questions. Let me see if there's any more. Okay. That works for me. I will start here with these questions, and then I'll see if any other ones come up or how I'm feeling, you all, okay? So, okay. I think I've got my questions I'm seeing here. All righty. Kimberly wants to know, why can't I find my divorce papers? Let's see. Make sure as you all are coming in that you're subscribing to the Conjure Corner. Let's see. Josh says, I hope nobody tests me this weekend. I know that's right. I hope no one tests you either. But remember, character. Okay. Okay, so Kimberly, your reading literally talks about you're possibly unorganized in a way. Once again, we've got the Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords, Reverse Judgment card. Now, you may be someone who is extremely busy, a busy bee, and you have a lot that you need to take care of on a day-to-day basis. I can see you being someone who has tunnel vision, but the energy that's coming off in the reading is somewhat chaotic. I think that you just need to look for it. You need to keep looking for it. Your reading literally talks about you just being disorganized because of life. Talks about you having a lot of things on your plate. It also talks about you being with the Knight of Swords being present in your reading. This can also sometimes be someone who is in a rush. So if you were looking for it in a rush, or you might have misplaced them while you were in a rush. So I would definitely go. Yeah, and there's also something that you're missing. Yeah, there's something that you're missing. There's something rushed here with your whole reading, but there's something that you're missing as well with the Judgment card. So you definitely need to go. You need to go retrace your steps, okay? And then also just like slow down. Y'all are tickling me with these questions today. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so I will answer the questions that I have in the chat right now, but I'm going to stop after Josh Anderson, okay? He wants to know if he's supposed to move on or stay loyal. Okay, that's a good question. I like questions like that. Hi, welcome, Lady Nikwa. I love seeing the YouTube community. It's always a good time going live with you guys. Let's take a look at Tori, okay? We want to know why goddaughter is misbehaving and not wanting to go to school. Okay, that's a fair question. Let's see here. Why is goddaughter misbehaving and not wanting to go to school? I'm going to pull a couple of extra cards here for you, Tori. Misbehaving and not wanting to go to school. Let's see here. So one of the things that I would recommend, there's something going on emotionally, okay? Tori, your reading starts off for your goddaughter with the Three of Swords, which is a card of, heartbreak. This, there's a lot of emotion, first of all, just in this reading. She feels some type of way about things. This is a period of transition for her. We've got the Two of Wands. There's a lot moving around with her decisions. There's something here about like decisions and maybe even actual moves that are unsettling to her at this time. It also talks about, there's like this presence of a woman. So there's like a disagreement with some type of maternal figure. We've got the reverse Empress, and then we've also got the Queen of Swords. There's some type of war of words or conflict with a female energy that's contributing to this, and it's very frustrating to her. She also feels like this particular woman energy or female energy in her life is just like mean, and that's causing her. I kid you not, the root cause in the reading, we have the Hermit card. So this is causing her to shut down. There's a woman in her life that she feels is mean. Also, maybe, may have been also a little bit selfish. Okay, so yes, it's resonating. Yeah, that she views this woman as selfish, someone who doesn't give or nurture her. And it's like, and then in the recent past, we've got that reverse empress energy. So this is someone who has the capacity, or an actual mom, but she has like the capacity to nurture, but she doesn't. And your goddaughter feels like this woman is just really mean. She's one-sided. She feels like she's very stern and sharp with her words specifically. So all of these things in total are causing her a lot of distress, and it's literally causing her to withdraw and shut down. Okay. So a piece of advice, I would say to continue to talk to her and encourage her, because the energy that I'm getting is just her spirit is just low. Like she's starting to shut down and withdraw because she feels like she can't get past this Queen of Swords energy. And sometimes we know that, that can be a very harsh energy when placed like this. And she doesn't feel like, this strong-minded person, this strong-minded woman figure in her life may hear her. It's like she talks more than she listens. So that's a part of what's going on. Okay. I hope that resonates. Okay. So let me know what you think in the comments. Okay. Hi, Dej. Look, you gonna have me do a 6-month spread. No, we're definitely not going to do that. Okay. Let's see here for Dej. What the rest of the year has in store for her. Okay, let's do that. What does the rest of the year have in store for Dej? Let's see, what can she expect? What does she need to know at this time? Look like for Dej, okay? So Dej, your reading starts off with the Queen of Wands. Okay. So to sum up what's going to happen for you this year. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy that it hits home, Tori. Always the spirits, always spirit. So what I'm seeing for you, Dej, you're actually going to start a business this year. You're going to start a business. You're going to go into business for yourself this year. But because you're going to start a business. Okay, you're going to start a business for yourself this year. Mark my words. Okay, I want you to come back here and tell me how great business is, or the challenges. Okay, but for the rest, some of the things that are going to come up for you with you starting a business, you're going to get discouraged. Okay, we've got the reverse 8 of Wands, you've got the 4 of Cups, 5 of Swords, reverse 8 of Pentacles. So there's advice in here for you as well, Dej. You're going to start a business. Something that's going to happen with this business is that you're going to get frustrated because things are going slow, and it's going to cause you to get frustrated, and you may start to make decisions off of the frustration instead of what you need to be doing, and that's refining your skills, paying close attention to details. You need to be studying. A piece of advice that's going to be really important for you to understand is that you don't become the king or the queen overnight. It takes diligence. It takes study, and it takes refinement. So what you're going to be going through this year is a period of refinement, and a period of refinement is going to be frustrating to you. And it's going to be very important for you, Dej, to check your, once again, perspective. It's going to be very important for you to check your perspective, because, one thing that the 4 of Cups is telling me, okay, and it being in the position that it is that you have resources and you have cups that you can be filled from. You have love and you have support. You have people or just even resources that you can utilize. But part of the story here is the perspective. Okay, as you can see, this person, they're being handed a cup, and they're either not satisfied with the cup or they're not able to see it. So in your case specifically, you want to get out of, make sure that you're watching for, with the Five of Swords here, the victim mentality. And you need to pour that energy into literally studying. It's going to be hard for you. Starting this business or wanting to break into business is going to be definitely a challenge for you. And it's because you're so passionate about it, it looks like, and there's some type of freeness that you're searching for in terms of you going to do a business. But this is something that's going to, it's going to be emotionally taxing to you. But it looks like in order for you to be able to do it and to be successful is like you have to keep going. And you have to pay attention. You want to really embody the energy of the Eight of Pentacles, which is sometimes, that expert craftsman. This is a person that really does do their due diligence, and they want to take their time building a quality product, right? So that's the advice for that. Okay, so let me know in the comments if that resonates for you, Dej. Alrighty. So I'm going to answer this question. Oh, no. Okay, we're not to Josh Anderson yet. He's next. But Dynamic Divine wants to know, when is a good time to move out? Okay, let's look at that. Let's see what advice we can get from Spirit here. Bear with me and let me get some water, you all. And I'm going to take a moment here to cleanse. Drop some pink flower emojis in the chat. Let me know if you guys are still there. Okay, I'm just going to refresh the energy here. I didn't, usually I have a couple of decks by me, but we did not today. And that's okay. All right, there we go. I have all the energy back. Thank you. And as always, I don't know why I always forget. Of course, these readings are free. But if you want to leave me a love donation, my Cash App is scrolling across the screen. It is Cash App or the $ Botanica Venus. So, if you feel like exchanging some energy, you can send it there, okay? All righty. So let's take a look and see when would be a good time for you to move out, okay? Be a good time for Dynamic Divine to move out. What advice do we have for her? All right. So you should stay put for the time being. And the reason why, and I'll just kind of break down the cards for you, but we've got the reverse Nine of Pentacles, reverse Ten of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the reverse Two of Wands, which is an indicator of like literally staying put. But what you're reading is talking about is you don't want to, first of all, financially overwhelm yourself with the reverse Nine of Pentacles here and just act out of bad faith because you're uncomfortable. And I say bad faith meaning you don't want to just try and move and expand too quickly simply because you're uncomfortable or maybe stressed. And with the Nine of Wands, it also talks about you being tired. There's a tiredness that's associated with your entire reading here, okay? You don't want to get to a place of like burnout in general. I don't know why that's coming through for you, but you want to stay put for the time being. What your reading does talk about, you have to take a moment with the Nine of Wands being next to this reverse Two of Wands. You want to take a moment to plan out things. It's also part of re-strategizing, okay? I don't, it's almost like you may have felt like giving up at some point, but don't give up. Don't give up. Okay. What you're reading is just encouraging you, is just to re-strategize and plan and stay put for the time being. One thing about the reverse two of Wands that's standing out to me in your reading is like Spirit is saying that you don't want to over expand too quickly. Okay. One good thing about this is that this card is still present, right? So we know that the roads of opportunity are open for you to move, but the time is not right. Okay. So I would definitely say stay put, organize, plan, and definitely make sure that you are in a financially better place, but don't operate out of frustration, don't operate out of burnout, and don't give up. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so happy that resonated. Thank you. The truth hurts. Well, yeah. I hope I say this right, but they say it's bitter, but it's always sweet. Okay. All righty here. So, hey, Breezy. Am I supposed to move on or stay loyal? Am I supposed to move on or stay loyal? You're welcome. Yes, definitely replan. And if you come, we can we can reassess, we can reread over that and see, All righty. So let's look at Josh's question and see if this man should stay and be loyal or if he should move on. Let's see what the ancestors have to say. Should he stay and be loyal or move on? Alrighty, here. Now, Josh, I just want to state this for the record that I am just a humble servant of Spirit, okay? And I am just the messenger. But you need to move on. You need to move on. And to break this down a little bit further is there's nothing in it that's going to, for some reason, there's generational wealth that's around you. Okay. You are somebody who's going to be able to generate some type of wealth for your children. Because, and I say this because at the heart of your reading, we've got the reverse 10 of Pentacles, which is a card that does talk about generational wealth. It talks about those that come after you, your children, children being involved. Reverse Hierophant. I also feel like intuitively what's coming up here for you is that in your spirit that it's time to explore other things that fulfill you. Okay. Spirit is talking about you moving on because it's not something that pours into your bloodline. It's not something that pours into your ancestral wealth or just even feels the spirit. Okay. Spirit is also asking you to reevaluate, why are you there? It seems that there's some type of nostalgic attachment that you have here. Six of Cups. There were good times. There's something with children here too involved with this person. So I don't know if you have a deep fondness for this person's children or they you, or there's some type of emotional attachment that you have or, in terms of like children. Okay. But what Spirit is talking about, is best that you do move forward, because you are showing up as somebody who is the King of Pentacles. Your ancestors specifically speak about you being a person who likes to, and forgive me, trick, and take care of or pour into a relationship when it's beneficial, when you're feeling fulfilled and when you're feeling satisfied. What they're saying is, they're just saying like, there's nothing you won't do for your partner. And so this is why Spirit is just telling you to move along. They're just like, move forward, because you have a lot of, and it's not just about the material wealth, okay? But you got a lot of money to make. You got a lot of moves to make. You literally have posterity or children to take care of, and you have like a legacy to build. So your message here is quite elaborate. It's very deep, but there's a seriousness to it. They're talking specifically about this not being something that pours into you. Okay. It doesn't fulfill your spirit either. You need to, in fact, a piece of romantic advice for you, Josh, is you need to find somebody that you feel that connection in your spirit, because like Spirit is literally talking about, that's the kind of love you deserve. A lot of people don't think this about the Hierophant, but it does have that energy. It has a Venusian energy to it. But what your reading is talking about is like, you have to find somebody that connects with your spirit. And that's going to be the person that pours into your lineage in a very specific way. Okay. I think that this might be a little bit difficult for you, because we have this energy of like a haziness with the cups here. You're like, it'll be a little hard because there's like this emotional attachment, something there that you have. But what Spirit is talking about is just to like let it go, because you just have, you have specific instructions. And whenever you're out dating, this is something that you need to take into consideration, as if that person is feeding your spirit. How does your spirit feel? You need to go where your spirit is settled. And not to go all too into it, but I also feel with the Page of Swords in reverse being in your recent past, this might not be somebody that you trust wholeheartedly anyway. So that is a part of your spirit telling you need to go where your spirit is settled. Okay. I already knew what you was going to say, that. Well, see, yeah, sometimes, when you come get a reading, it can confirm what you may already know. It can just clarify. A lot of us get so caught up in thinking, that Spirit, I need to hear something, but no, you have to listen to how your ancestors or your spirit team or guides communicate with you, because it's going to be so unique. And I think that those nudges that you're feeling are definitely in alignment. Good. Well, I'm really happy that helped. I'm happy that, for those of you who showed up for readings today, that it was something beneficial for you guys. I know that there's one more question. I didn't get to it today. I'm actually getting ready to get off for the day. But as I mentioned, these are weekly. If you want to support, make sure you share and you invite others to the Conjure Corner. Or also just come see me. Come see me for a private session. Like I said earlier in today's reading, they're 20% off on botanicavenus.com. When you go to the readings, you just have to use the code SPRING to get that 20% off. Okay. So y'all take care. You all be blessed, and make sure you have a good weekend. Okay.